I'm Carl Dene. I'm the owner of Vision Design Studio and part of the Zaferia Design District. And today we're putting on an event here to try to bring the community closer together and bring awareness to the Design District by having all the food trucks come to the street.
What is the Design District?
The Design District is something that started about 3 years ago. A couple of us moved onto the street, took some vacant, empty buildings. We're a design and marketing firm, and we moved into this building and fixed up the building, which then sparked the next door neighbor who's an architect, which then sparked the next design studio, which then sparked the construction studio, which then sparked the architecture studio, which then sparked an interactive firm, all on its own, by itself, one by one. We all kind of followed each other in here when none of us knew each other. And so at that point in time, we worked with Redevelopment, Pat West at the time, to dub this the Design District, basically.
And what was here before?
This was actually, half of the street was owned by a uniform cleaning company, I guess. And at some point there was some regulation that was put in about the chemicals that they were using to clean uniforms that moved them out of state. And the buildings, I think, were sitting empty for about 2 to 3 years.
Excellent, excellent.
And there was a lot of graffiti on them and broken windows. I think a lot of the neighbors in the neighborhood thought that the buildings were actually going to be condemned and knocked down. And we saw a great opportunity here to fix these up.
And so then, how did you come to this idea about the food trucks?
There'd been a lot of talk in the neighborhood and in the district and in the East Anaheim Business District about different types of community events that they felt that they could put on. There were a lot of different ideas that were going around, and none of them really interested the people here in the Design District. You know, from car shows to chili cook-offs and things. We didn't feel fit with what we're doing over here and how innovative we are in our architectural firms and design firms and interactive firms. So you know, we just seeing the food trucks, you know, and what's happening in the craze with food trucks. We had a couple food trucks down here in our parking lot and saw some success with just having them here just for fun for the employees and the people on the street, and decided wouldn't it be great if we can get more people on board with it and line the whole street up to have food trucks here and bring the community together. I was driving up in Santa Monica one day, up by like where MTV studios are and stuff, and saw about 15 food trucks lined up, and the crowds and the type of crowd and the people that were there. And I said we really should try to duplicate this and bring this kind of excitement to Long Beach.
Excellent. And so then, what about the other local restaurants that are nearby here? Do you think they're going to be impacted at all?
I'm hoping that they're going to be impacted in a positive way on the off days from this. We actually we picked Wednesday because the biggest draw to the neighborhood, the Faux Noodle restaurant, is closed on Wednesdays. That's their day off. But a lot of these food trucks from Food Network and from other areas have such big Twitter and Facebook followings that they actually bring their own people and awareness to the neighborhood that might not have been here before. I lived in Long Beach for 10 years, and until I found this piece of property and moved here, I never knew about the Faux place, and now I eat there 3 days a week. So we're hoping that that kind of same thing happens, bring awareness to the street, to the neighborhood, and that people will say, wow, there's a Faux place here, wow, there's a great Mexican restaurant here, wow, there's another restaurant over here, and there's a Vietnamese place over there, and there's a Thai restaurant that says we're the #1 in the city, and that people will go, wow, I got to come back and try that one day. So that's what we're hoping for.
Excellent, excellent. And so how are you feeling about this sort of initial event?
The day one?
Day one.
I'm feeling pretty good about day one. You know, just looking around and seeing the crowds. You know, in the first week we had 350 Facebook followers and 156 Twitter followers and stuff. So I mean, I think for the first week it's a lot better than I expected.
And do you feel like a lot of these people came from outside the area just for this?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right on. So you think this is going to be a sustainable thing looking forward?
I think so. I mean, that's definitely the plan. We all agreed as a neighborhood, as a district, to give this thing a shot for 12 weeks and then assess it each week, sit down after each week and see, you know, the good, bad, and ugly and what we have to do to keep improving it and keep it long lasting.
And how about working with the city? How's that been going?
It's been going really well, actually. They've been really, really supportive of this area and the district in general.
Did they make you pull permits or anything?
Yeah, we have all the permits, all the...
What kind of permits did you need to get?
We needed to get a special events permit, and we needed to get, each truck needed to get a health permit and a business license.
I see. Okay. And so then what was this, I mean, why did you need the special event permit?
To be able to close the street down.
Oh, so
to be able to have the parking. the street's open, but in order to close off the parking and to put the trucks on the street selling food, we needed to have a special permit.
I see. Okay, great. And then the group of businesses here, they're paying for that?
Everybody's chipped in a little bit.
And that's going to be sustainable for the long term?
No, the idea is Long Beach had a kind of a bad rap with the food trucks, and the food trucks didn't want to come here. And they're all in their own little tight network together. So the goal was to kind of roll out the red carpet for them, in the first 12 weeks, get them all excited, get the crowds here, and then once they're here, we're hoping that the food trucks will want to sustain it on their own.
So the food trucks would pay for the street closure?
The special events permit wasn't that bad, and we would continue putting that up as Vision Design Studio. But their own permits and their own licensing on their own, they would pay for. In fact, just the fact that we were putting an event together, we picked the top 10 that we covered the cost on, and now we've already have a list of another 15 of them who would like to pay and be a part of the event on their own. So we already feel the momentum building on its own.
So for these 3 that are here today, or 4 I should say, 4 that are here today.
Yeah, we covered the cost.
You paid for their business licenses?
Yeah.
And you paid for the health inspections?
Not their health inspections, but their health
permits. Oh, I see, okay. Wow, well that's...
We wanted to show them that Long Beach is friendly.
Gotcha. Well, good job. It seems like you've really produced a pretty good crowd here. There's lines to all the trucks, and people seem to be very happy with the result. So, and how did you decide? You said you made a short list of top 10 or top 15. How did you come up with that list?
I actually put together a food truck task force in my office of people who were familiar with the food trucks, and had them go out, test all the trucks, go to all the different events throughout Southern California in the past, I would say, 3 or 4 months, and they came up with the list on their own.
And are the members of the task force here today?
Oh yeah, they're all here.
I'd love to talk to some of them.
Okay, well, I'll get them for you.
Great, well thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Larsen. I work at Vision Design Studio, and I'm part of the Lunch Truck Task Force.
So tell me about how that works.
Well, a few months ago, we got commissioned by the business owners on this street. They meet probably bi-monthly, and they really wanted a great idea to bring the community into the area, because we have a great street of creative industry, and it kind of gets lost in the area that we're in. So the idea was to bring in the food trucks that bring so much traffic to the creative districts in LA and Santa Monica to here. So looks like we've done a good job.
So now, what was the process that you went through to find these particular trucks?
We first had to get the sign-on of our district council member, Patrick O'Donnell, and he was really instrumental in working with the Business Licensing Bureau and the Health Department. And with them all on board, we were then able to approach the big name trucks in LA and say that we would pay for their health permit, get it processed through the city, like no red tape, and then everyone came willingly after that.
So was it difficult trying to determine which trucks to invite first?
It was a little bit hard. We did our due diligence, and we went to our fair share of food truck events in other parts of California, and we got about 15 trucks, and they're all ones with like over 2,000 Twitter followers each. We tried to get a good array: some sweets trucks, some tacos, some burgers, Italian. We have a sushi truck coming that won't make you sick. We tried to run the gambit.
Excellent. And so, in your research, did you have any surprises? Were there any unexpected discoveries?
I'm actually, the biggest surprise is just looking at the turnout right now. I had no idea that Food on Wheels was enough to mobilize this many people to come out to an area, and I'm just so thankful that people are actually excited about the event and wanted to be here to support.
Super. Thank you so much.
Thank you.